So I woke up a little bit earlier than normal this morning because my feet were cramping up really, really bad. And I got up and I started walking around and I was just feeling kind of funky, just a little bit funky, like a little bit lightheadedness type of stuff. And my stomach felt just a little bit funky, nothing real major. It just felt off for the first few hours this morning. And I had a plane fly over our location. It was flying really low, almost right directly over our house. So I decided to open up flight tracker radar. Well, when I did, I saw this balloon here. And it was over on the far side of the valley. You can see the timestamp here on the screenshot. It was 10:41, and I managed to get a little bit of video footage of this as it drifted up closer and off in this direction as well. I was able to track it a little bit while it was out here and zoom in on it. It's a real shaky video, and it was focusing in and out, so I got to go through it and kind of pick out the parts where it was focused on the balloon, and I'll share that later on today. But prior to this, or after I noticed this one, I zoomed out on the flight tracker radar, and I noticed that there were a couple of other ones that had drifted over. This one here at 10:55, I noticed it, but it would have been over our house here, a couple hours prior to that because it takes it a little bit of time to drift over. These things move kind of fast, but it takes them a little bit when they're drifting over that far. And this one as well. And if you look on the map, this blue dot here, this is where we're located. So this particular loon here had drifted right directly over our house this morning. Would have probably been right around the time that I was awakened with severe cramps in my feet and feeling a little bit funky and lightheaded and just off. These drifted right over our house this morning, folks. And this one ended up drifting off just a little bit further to the north of our location here. Oh, the map is messing up. Okay, no, I don't want to focus on that one. This one. This is the one I got a little bit of a recording of it as it was drifting off over in this direction. But, folks, I know there are some of you out there that just don't want to believe it. They just don't want to believe that it's possible that they could be redirecting frequencies down to specific locations on our planet to have an effect on certain people. I mean, I'm not that paranoid that I believe they're actually targeting me directly, but if they wanted to target an area that I was within, I don't think that's too far of a reach. I really don't. And as you can see on the screenshots here, this one would come right almost directly over our house, right about the same time that I was getting up and around and feeling funky. And it originated out here to the west. So as it got closer, I mean, they're bubbles and their little sphere, if you want to call it, their sphere of data collection and their frequency range extends out and around these balloons, quite a distance. So as it was approaching here and coming towards our location and coming almost right directly over our house, it was at the same time that I woke up feeling funky. And this is not the first time that I have observed feeling a little bit lightheaded and feeling a little bit off, feeling a little bit like nauseous at times when, usually I'll just knock it off. I must not have gotten enough sleep. Oh, I must have ate the wrong thing. Oh, I just must not have gotten enough exercise. And, it's this, it's that. But there's been several times now, like today, that I check the flight tracker radar at the times when I'm feeling that way. And there will be something in our vicinity and in our area up in the sky that is either military or government or blocked. And I just don't think it's a coincidence. I really don't. I think that they've drifted these balloons over our location this morning and they zapped me with a little bit of a dew. Just a little, just some frequencies that would be a little bit off, that would throw me off my kilter. I don't know. I can't prove it. I really can't. All I can do is keep making the observations. And like I said, because I'm repetitive, I'll say it again. I have observed it several times now, several times. At times when I am feeling funky, nauseous, lightheaded, that I know that it isn't because of something that I ate or because I didn't get enough exercise or something. You know what I mean? It just would have to be something else. And I have looked at flight tracker radar, and I'll be darned if there wasn't something up there. You know, I just don't think that's a coincidence. Anyway, I'd have a little bit of footage of this balloon as it was drifting over out this way, and it almost looks like it is coming down a little bit. Yeah, it's down to 21,000. So this is the same area over here where these two ended up dropping off over here off the flight tracker radar, like right over here in this area. And it kind of looks like that's where this one is headed off in the same area. So they drifted off and landed over here somewhere by the Grand Canyon area, Grand Canyon National Park. But just keep a heads up, folks, because They can use frequencies to disrupt, disorient, and create confusion. They can use it to create fear, hostility, just like on the opposite end of it. Frequencies can be used for healing. Frequencies can be used to balance our own frequencies out and things. But I think they tried to disrupt me. They threw me off my kilter for a few hours this morning when they drifted these balloons over. That's what I think anyway. And like I said, because I'm repetitive, I'll say it again. I can't prove it. I cannot prove it. I have no way to prove it. So, but yeah, anyway, there'll be a video coming out a little bit later today. I'll get them those video clips of the saloon here when I was able to zoom in on it out in this area here, like the other one. It it's just so hard to track it because it was moving pretty fast with the wind as the wind was blowing it off in this direction. But I was able to zoom in on it a little bit, and I'll share them clips a little bit later on. But just stay safe and mindful, y'all. Know that I appreciate you. I appreciate anyone watching my videos, especially when I post up something and the next thing you know, I've got planes, private planes, and helicopters, and these loons drifting directly over my head after I post up something. So, and I kind of half expected there to be a little bit of a tit for tat to do type of a thing after posting up the video the other day about Erica Kirk. So, anyway, know that I appreciate you watching, and please stay safe and mindful. And know that you matter very much to me, and it matters very much to me that you stay safe and you stay mindful. There's some more to come if I can help it.